Hi everyone, myself Dr. Binsi, and today let us discuss universal law of gravitation. So, from previous classes, we have learned that a force is needed to change the speed or the direction of motion of an object. We always observe that an object dropped from a height falls towards the earth. We know that all the planets go around the sun, the moon goes around the earth. In all these cases, there must be some force acting on the objects, the planets, and on the moon. Sir Isaac Newton could grasp that the same force is responsible for all these. This force is called gravitational force. So today we will learn about gravitation and the universal law of gravitation. We will discuss the motion of objects under the influence of gravitational force on the earth. We will study how the weight of a body varies from place to place. We know that the moon goes around the earth. An object, when thrown upward, reaches a certain height and then falls downwards. It is said that when Newton was sitting under a tree, an apple fell on him. The fall of the apple made Newton start thinking. He thought that if the earth can attract an apple, can it not attract the moon? Is the force the same in both cases? Is the same type of forces responsible in both the cases? He argued that at each point of its orbit, the moon falls towards the earth instead of going off in a straight line. So, it must be attracted by the earth. But we do not really see the moon falling towards the earth. Let us start. Gravitation. Gravitation is the force of attraction between two objects in the universe. Gravitation may be the attraction of objects by the earth. For example, if a body is dropped from a certain height, it falls towards due to Earth's gravity. If a body is thrown upward, it reaches a certain height and then falls down towards due to the Earth's gravity. Gravitation may be the attraction between objects in the outer space. For example, attraction between the earth and the moon, attraction between the sun and the planets. Universal law of gravitation. The universal law of gravitation states that every object in the universe attracts every other object with a force which is directly proportional to the product of the masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Let us discuss in detail. Let A and B be the two masses. Let the mass of capital A be capital M and B be small m. Let it be separated by a distance small letter d. And let capital F be the force of attraction between them. So according to universal law of gravitation, this force is directly proportional to the product of the masses. So F is directly proportional to capital M into small m, where capital M is the mass of A and small m is the mass of B. And F is proportional to, inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. That is, here D is the distance between A and B. So F is inversely proportional to square of the distance between these objects. So let us combine these two equations. What we will get? F is proportional to mm by d square, capital M, small m by d square. So let us replace this proportionality sign by equality sign by multiplying it with a constant. So F is equal to G capital M small m by d square, where capital G is a constant of proportionality called universal law of gravitation. Please use this letter, that is capital G, as a constant here. You are not supposed to use any other letters. So F is equal to capital G mm by d square, where G is the constant of proportionality called universal gravitation constant, and capital M and small m masses of the body, and d is the distance between A and B. Now, this is universal law of gravitation. Let us find value of G. Cross multiplying, what we will get, f d square. This d square comes here, so we will get f d square is equal to gmm, or capital G is equal to f d square by mm. And the SI unit of capital G here, F is the force, D is the distance, and small m capital M masses. So F Newton meter, here square meter square, and M and M masses, that is kg square. So SI unit of G will be Newton meter square per kilogram square, and its value is 6.673 into 10 power minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. Now, what is the importance of universal law of gravitation? Universal law of gravitation successfully explained several phenomena which were believed to be unconnected. The force that binds us to the earth, the motion of the moon around the earth, the motion of the planet around the sun, and also the tides due to the moon and the sun. Now, free fall. We have learned that the earth attracts objects towards it. This is due to the gravitational force. Whenever the object falls towards the earth under this force alone, we say that the objects are in free fall. Is there any change in the velocity of falling objects? Let us discuss. While falling, there is no change in the direction of motion of the objects. But due to the Earth's attraction, there will be a change in the magnitude of the velocity. Any change in velocity involves acceleration. Whenever an object falls towards the Earth, an acceleration is involved. This acceleration is due to Earth's gravitational force. Therefore, this acceleration is called acceleration due to the gravitational force of the Earth, or in simple, acceleration due to gravity. It is denoted by small letter g, and the unit of g is same as that of acceleration, that is meter per second square. So we know from Newton's second law of motion that force is the product of mass and acceleration. Force is the product of mass and acceleration. So for a free fall, force is the product of mass and acceleration due to gravity. So here we replace this acceleration A by acceleration due to gravity small g. Then the equation becomes F is equal to mg. Now, by universal law of gravitation, we know that capital F is equal to gmm by d square. So let us replace that F by mg. Now the equation becomes mg is equal to gmm by d square. Let us cancel this m and this m, or g is equal to g capital M by d square, where m is the mass of the earth and d is the distance between the object and the earth. D is the distance between the object and the earth. For objects nearer or on the surface of the earth, d is equal to the radius of the earth, and it is denoted by the letter capital R. Therefore, this equation become g is equal to gm by r square. Here it is. So where small g is the acceleration due to gravity, capital G is the universal gravitation constant, capital M is the mass of the earth, and r is the radius of the earth. Now let us calculate the value of small g. Here g is equal to capital G m by r square, and we know that universal gravitation constant g is equal to 6.7 into 10 power minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. And mass of the earth capital M is equal to 6 into 10 power 24 kilogram, and radius of the earth R is equal to 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter, and these are all constants. Okay, by substituting these values in this equation, we get small letter g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Now, gravitational field inside a planet. If you are located at a distance r from the center of the planet, all of the planet's mass inside a sphere of radius r pulls you towards the center of the planet. And also, all of the planet's mass outside a sphere of radius r exert no net gravitational force on you. And this is the figure. Here, this blue shaded part of the planets pull you towards the point C, whereas this gray shaded part of the planet does not pull you at all. And this is the gravitational field inside a planet. Motion of objects around the influence of gravitational force of the earth. As g is constant near the earth, all the equations for the uniformly accelerated motion of objects become valid with acceleration a replaced by small letter g. The equations are v is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, and v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Here, the change in this equation is you should replace small letter a by small letter g, that is acceleration due to gravity, small g. Now, mass. Mass of a body is the measure of its inertia. And we already studied in first law of motion. If the mass of a body is more, its inertia is more. The mass of a body is constant and does not change from place to place. The SI unit of mass is kg. And weight. The weight of a body is the force with which the earth attracts the body. The force with which a body is attracted by earth depends on its mass m and acceleration due to gravity g. So F is equal to mg. Since weight of a body is the force with which the earth attracts the body, we can write W is equal to mg. And this is the important point, that is, the weight of a body changes from place to place. The SI unit of the weight is same as that of force, that is Newton. In the law of gravity, we notice that mass is a crucial quantity. We consider mass and weight to be same, but in reality, they are related but are different. Weight is the gravitational force exerted on an object of a certain mass. The weight of an object can be obtained by multiplying the mass m of the object by the acceleration due to gravity g at the surface of the earth. So I think it is clear the difference between mass and the weight. Weight of an object on the moon. Weight of an object on the moon is the force with which the moon attracts the object. Mass of the moon is less than mass of the earth. So the moon exerts lesser force on the object. Here this is the mass of the earth and this is the mass of the moon. And you can see the mass of the moon is less, that is 10 power 22, 10 power 24 is less than that of mass of the earth. The weight of an object on the moon is 1/6 of its weight on the earth. Let the mass of an object be m. Let its weight on the moon be Wm, the mass on the moon be mm, and its radius be Rm. By applying the universal law of gravitation, the weight of the object on moon is Wm is equal to Gmm into mass by Rm square, where this is the radius. And we all know the value of this. which is equal to 2.431 into 10 power 10 gm. Okay, this is gravitation constant of the moon. Let the weight of the same object on the earth be WE, where E represents earth. The mass of the earth is capital M and its radius be capital R. So here we write W is equal to GMM by R square, which is equal to 1.474 into 10 raised to 11 GM. Now equation 1 divided by 2, that is Wm by We is equal to, okay, and we are simplifying this, and this G and this G and this M will cancel. So 2.431 into 10 power 10 by 1.476 into 10 power 11. This will becomes 1 by 6. That is weight of the object on the moon is equal to 1 by 6 its weight on the earth. Let us conclude today's class. The law of gravitation states that the force of attraction between any objects is proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. The law applies to objects anywhere in the universe. Such a law is said to be universal. Gravitation is a weak force unless large masses are involved. Force of gravitation due to the earth is called gravity. The force of gravity decreases with altitude. It also varies on the surface of the earth, decreasing from pole to the equator. Weight of a body is the force with which the earth attracts it. The weight is equal to the product of mass and acceleration due to gravity. The weight may vary from place to place, but the mass stays constant. Hope you all understood today's class. Thank you.